Good morning. So it's just after 9. AD and James are just having a little snuggle over there. I'm gonna get the coffee on. AD normally wakes up sometime between 7 and 9. It just depends, it varies every day. So it's a little bit later today, so we've all had a little bit more sleep, which is nice. Your coffee?
Thank you.
We had a specific question about what coffee we use over on Instagram, and unfortunately it's not very exciting. We do have a cafetiere with proper coffee, but it's just quite messy to use, so we only tend to use it like when we're on campsites and stuff, so we just use this instant stuff, which is still quite nice. It's alright. Wakes us up anyway. Adie's probably hungry because she's not eaten for a couple of hours now, so I'm going to get back into bed and give her some milk. It's nice and warm in the van, by the way, because whoever wakes up first of all clicks the heating on. We've got a little remote that just sits by the bed, so when we get up it tends to just be nice and warm. That's not something that we struggle with in the van, being cold. Our heating's just really, really efficient.
Coffee's drunk, Adie's fed, so now it's time to make the bed. That was a rhyme.
It was, wasn't it?
Unintentional.
How long did it take you to think of that?
Yeah, all night. Contrary to popular belief, we do actually make the bed as well. We had a few comments on our van tour video saying that our bed was a disgrace. But we do make it. It might not look, incredible up to your standards, perhaps. But
it's roughly made.
It's roughly made. We haven't got time to go into detail doing the hospital corners and all of that. So while Sarah makes the bed anyway, I'm going to start knocking together some breakfast. And while you probably see us having all sorts of weird and wonderful things on our travel videos for breakfast, pretty standard for us is porridge. It's quick, it is cheap, and we both enjoy it. So we have that most mornings. Usually we keep the porridge pretty simple, just oats, oat milk, and sometimes put a mashed up banana in there. Today we're going to go with a load of cinnamon and some sultanas, and that's it.
We don't have a changing station, as you can see. This is the changing mat that AD uses. She uses it in the van and she uses it when we're out and about. That's just what she has in her bag. It works well. In terms of her nappies and her wipes and stuff, we do use biodegradable wipes, although I'm not actually sure how biodegradable they are really. And biodegradable nappy bags. The nappies are just the general ones from the supermarket. We wish that we could use reusable ones that we could wash, but unfortunately it's just not possible when we don't have a washing machine to hand. I don't really feel that good about it, but there's not really another way for us to manage that, is there? So we keep a lot of our extra stuff out there in the garage. So Jay's just gone out to get some more milk, and we also have our recycling down there as well, which is just putting in. Anything else you want to say about the garage use on a morning?
I hate it. Should be more organised and not do it on the morning, but there we go.
While Jay's finishing off making breakfast, AD and I just generally do a little bit of tummy time and just some playing over here. She's at the stage now where she absolutely loves to watch everything, so if she can be propped up on a pillar here watching us in the kitchen, she just enjoys watching cooking and washing up and all that kind of fun stuff, so that's quite fortunate.
There we go.
Thank you.
Just going back to the subject of coffee, we do actually really like proper coffee, as Sarah mentioned, but the cafetiere is a bit of a pain. So we were considering getting an AeroPress. I think it's called an AeroPress. Any of you coffee heads out there, if you can recommend a solution that is a bit less messy, a bit easier to do in a van and takes up less space in the cafetiere, then drop us a comment down below. We would love to know, because I do miss having a proper coffee on the morning.
Alright, so now we're going to do something that we don't actually do every day, but we've got time on the parking until like midday, I think, so we're going to make use of that, and we're parked at a good angle for the drain in the shower, so we're all going to take a big wash this morning. We're going to have a shower and we're going to give AD a wash in the sink. We generally only do this about twice a week, the rest of the time just have like a quick wash. So yeah, we'll show you the setup and how we do that. This is her foam mat thing that she has in the bottom of the sink, just so it's a bit softer to sit on. She used to be able to fit lengthways in that when she was first born, but we have to do it sat up now. And then, so this is our tap, so it works like a little shower for her that moves around to get her washed. So we're just waiting for the hot water to finish heating up. It generally takes about 20 minutes, half an hour. We've got two different settings on it, 50 degrees and 70 degrees. So if we put it on 70, that lasts the three of us to get washed enough hot water for that. We have around 2 hours generally on a morning before AD needs her first nap of the day. So we're trying to get all that done before she needs her sleep.
Okay, AD is bathed. I'll just show you how we set everything up for our showers. Basically, it involves taking the toilet out of there. We just put it here on our doormat. We pop down a little bath mat, and then we are good to go. One thing not to forget is to turn the fan on. Everything's back together now. Toilet's back in there. It takes a little while to get the bathroom dry and sorted out. It's basically just squeegeeing down the walls and then making sure that it is all down the plug hole. And that's pretty much it. We're all ready.
So this is where we stayed last night. As you can see, it's just a car park. Sometimes we stay in more remote places with nice views, and sometimes it's just a car park. Jay's just been into the town to grab a few supplies.
Yes, a few essentials.
Yeah, there isn't a supermarket near here really, is there? So we've had to just go with like a co-op, which is quite expensive.
It's fine.
But
it's all right.
Yeah, it's only a few things to pick up. We tend to do some shopping every few days anyway, rather than like a big shop once a week, don't we?
Yeah, we do. It's not probably as economical, I guess, price-wise.
Yeah.
But we don't have a massive fridge, and I don't know, it's just we prefer to do it that way as well.
It means we waste less as well, I think.
That's it. And also it means that we can spend money in different places. I mean, today obviously we've gone to a supermarket, a co-op, but quite often we'll just go to, you know, like our local greengrocers or butchers or whatever it is that we find in local towns. Getting the van ready to go. We've got a few bits and pieces that we just keep loose on the worktop, and these 4 things which we keep our teas and our coffees and stuff in. We literally just pick them up and we chuck them on the bed. And it is
very technical.
Really technical. The next bit that we do is to pull out one of the cushions, and it fits perfectly in there, and that's basically to keep this drawer from pinging out, because we didn't put a clip on it because we didn't think that it would come out because the runners are actually pretty sturdy. But we found that because we've got quite a lot of stuff in it, it's pretty heavy. If we break or go around a corner or something, then it will just ping out. So we put that there just in case, just to make sure. And we pop this one across just to keep it all tight, and then we are ready to go, ready to rock and roll. I actually find it a lot easier to put AD into her car seat through the hatch, because it's quite tight in the front, and getting her in from your side is difficult because the seatbelt goes across. Getting her in from my side is a bit easier, but then I can't actually tighten her seatbelt. So what I do is just pop her in through here. Ooh. And then lean over, and I'm in the perfect position to get the seatbelt clipped up and get her ready to go.
It also means that if it's raining or really cold outside, she doesn't have to go outside. We can put her through the hatch without getting a wet or anything like that. We're not going too far today, only about 45 minutes, an hour, something like that.
to the next parkup that we are staying at tonight. Obviously, quite a lot of the morning has been taken up by us having showers. Like I say, we don't do that every day, so it's knocking on for lunchtime now. Adi had a sneaky little nap while I was having a shower, and now she's having a proper morning sleep. She just sleeps when she's in the car seat, so that's great. We don't have to entertain her or anything. Jay's driving, and yeah, I'll just get a little bit of work done while we get to the next destination. Okay, we are finally parked up. It took a little bit longer than we anticipated because the first place we went to was quite busy, so we decided to move on and find somewhere else. So I think we're happy with where we are now. Jay's just making some lunch, so we'll have a little explore outside, show you where we are parked after we've had that.
Lunch is served. Just got a bit of salad with some smoked salmon pate. Picked up earlier. Smoked salmon's a big thing here in Scotland.
Yeah, we had it yesterday.
Yes, yeah. But it's so good. You've got to try it.
Yeah.
Whilst you're here, take advantage of it.
And a big salad.
Yes.
That's quite often what we have for our lunch as well. Whatever we're having, we have like a big salad with it.
Absolutely.
We try to spend as much time as we can outside living in the van, so we try and get out on a walk every day. Today it's only going to be a bit of a short walk because it's already knocking on and it gets quite dark in England quite early at the minute, and it's already a bit of a dull day. There's not much light going on, so this is just going to be a little explore into these woods. We'll see how far we get before we have to turn round. No idea where we're going. Another bonus of getting outside and getting some fresh air every day is that Adi always goes to sleep. Whether it's the fresh air, the carrier, just like the movement of walking around, like, I don't know, but she always does a deadly sleep, doesn't she, while we're walking around. Adi's still napping, so Jay's going to use his time wisely and do a bit of litter picking. There's not much, is there?
There's not a great deal, but we try and keep it, tidy everywhere that we stay. Pick up everything that we can, basically. And there's some bins here, so there's not even any need for it to be around. Just going to chuck it straight in the bin. And that's that.
So I'll get kettle on. Do you want a cup of tea?
Yes, please. That'd be lovely.
So having a baby means that one of us has to take care of her while the other is working. Can't both work at the same time. However, you've caught us on a rare day today where it's James's turn to work.
Oh. It's not even a joke.
Yeah, normally Jay prefers hanging out with Adi and me to work. So yeah, Jay's going to crack on with some work. Down here I just wanted to show you, this is Adi's cupboard, by the way, just show you that quickly. This is where all her stuff lives, all the clothes, all the toys. This is all she's allowed. This is the allocated space. So we're just going to get her toy box out, which is this one, and play some games while Jay's doing that. For those of you asking about Adi's routine specifically, she doesn't really have one, to be honest, apart from bedtime. She has a bedtime routine, but throughout the day she just naps and eats whenever she wants to. We find that works the best for us. On days like today when the weather's been super grey, we fall back on using our Jackery power bank to charge things like the phone and the laptop and stuff. Basically, if we've not driven very far and there's not much solar power coming in, we need to use this really. We charge it up when we are on campsites. It also has a solar plug-in thing. If you've watched our Jackaroo video, you will know that. But yeah, it's a pretty good little device because, like I say, when we're on a campsite we can charge it up along with our batteries, and then we have this to use whenever we need to. I'm celebrating my liberation. I'm moving strong, I'll get it done. Alright, it's just before 6. Adi and I have been playing, reading, singing. I didn't record any of that. I won't subject you to that nonsense. Adi likes it though. Sometimes she has a nap around this time, and if she does, I generally have one as well, but she doesn't seem to be. So I've just put her down here. She's playing with her mobile, and I'm gonna get the washing up done. Just a lesson that I've learned, and so it goes. Tables turn, you're on your own. Okay, that's washing up done. Hopefully Jay is going to come down and cook dinner now. Adi's just, where is she? Not that side, just chilling down there still. One thing that someone asked is the most annoying thing about van life, and I was struggling to think of something, but something's just happened that is really annoying. So the place that we parked at tonight is like a small lay-by area, almost like it's a parking area, but just for like the walk at the side that we went on, and there's like maybe 4, 5, 6 bays at a push if you've got small cars, and throughout the evening we were the first ones here, and then a camper pulled up shortly afterwards, and then throughout the evening another 2 or 3 have arrived, and so it's pretty much, it'll be full now outside completely, and it's like a prime dog walking spot. So for anyone that lives locally, that is super annoying now in the morning, because unless everyone leaves like as soon as it gets light, you're not going to be able to get parked to walk your dog, and I think it's just one of the things that really gets people's goat really with campers, and when they like congregate in small areas. It's something that we really try not to do. Like basically if we arrive at a spot and there's another camper there, we just move on to the next one, unless it's like a big car park or it's like an area that's designated specifically for motorhomes. Yeah, we try not to park where other people already are to avoid this kind of situation. So we were already planning on getting up early in the morning and getting off because it's a Sunday, people walking the dogs, etc, etc. But we feel like even more so now there's pressure on to like get up really quickly and move, and that's not the easiest thing to do when you've got a 4-month-old baby as well. Obviously we could just stay parked here all day tomorrow, but yeah, we just try not to cause a nuisance of ourselves in places, especially in places where there's limited parking, that are lovely spots to be able to stay at, and we don't want no parking overnight signs going up, which is just what happens when this happens, and loads of campers park in the same place time and time again, and just clog up all the parking for local people. Yeah, it just makes you feel a bit on edge, I guess, because we're not the type of people that like to get aggro from other people. So yeah, we just really try and stay out of the way as much as possible. So yeah, it's a bit annoying that we have got to always kind of think about that, depending on obviously where we're parked, always having to be on the move every day. So are you gonna come cook dinner then, you absolute workaholic?
I'm sat here playing golf.
What? No, you're not.
No, I'm not. Yeah, I'm gonna cook dinner. What do you fancy?
I don't know, you said we might have pizza earlier, but it's getting quite late, isn't it? So maybe not. What other options?
Pasta.
Pasta's good.
Yeah.
Okay. Jay's just putting much better than me rambling on, basically, that we recognise there's a problem with parkups in England. Well, the UK, we're not in England, we're in Scotland right now, aren't we? But yeah, we just try not to be part of the problem.
There we go.
Simple. So, is there anything about van life that annoys you?
There's plenty.
Anything about our van specifically, maybe?
About our van? Not too much about our van. No, I think we'll need a whole another video for my gripes on on van life.
Okay, well, we'll leave it there then.
Okay. You glad you asked?
How about something that you love about van life then?
I like driving.
That's good. I'm pleased about that.
Yeah, that's all right. Well, it's Saturday night, so we are smashing some non-alcoholic G&Ts. One of the best things about living in a van. Here you go. You asked me something good, something positive.
Okay.
With this fridge freezer,
Yes.
we can make ice cubes.
Excellent.
Yeah, there we go. We've got these massive spherical ice cube makers, so it's actually pretty good cubes. There you go. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Okay, dinner is ready. Because I was working most of the evening. Just went for something super simple, really quick. Pasta pesto with few olives, a little bit of parmesan on top. One of our staples, one of our favourites. We have it every couple of weeks.
Looks amazing. Thanks.
Enjoy.
So AJ's bedtime is around 8 o'clock. We have a super simple routine, which is just basically change her nappy, take her cravat off, her bib, we like to call it a cravat, put her in her sleeping bag, which is this here, and then she has the same 2 books every night, Buffalo and Harry McClary. Says goodnight to Nut and Nene and both of us, and that's it. She goes to sleep for the night then. Obviously she wakes up a few times throughout the night for feeding and changing, etc. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Something else I should probably quickly mention is, even though we made this area down here into like a little cot for her to sleep in, we don't actually use it anymore. We used it for maybe a month or so, but as she got a little bit bigger, a bit more robust, she sleeps with us in the bed now. So we just co-sleep, all 3 of us up there. Jay gets nice and squashed under the windowsill. But yeah, that's what works for us. We all get more sleep that way. And I can feed her without actually getting out of bed, so it means that we don't get up and down during the night, which is great. And once Sadie's asleep, Jay and I just do whatever we want to do for a couple of hours. We normally go to bed around 10 o'clock ourselves, but yeah, we might watch a programme or sometimes do a bit more work or listen to a podcast, read. I write in my journal sometimes, just all those kind of things, just whatever we want to do for a bit. Hope you have found that interesting today. It's just the briefest of snapshots into our day-to-day routine, what we get up to. Obviously it can vary each day because it depends if we've got to be emptying our tanks, going on a campsite. If we aren't all showering, we generally have a bit more time on a morning. If we're in a place where I can go out and do some yoga and meditation, I generally do that. Obviously wasn't going to do that this morning in the car park. So yeah, every day looks a little bit different. Make sure you like and subscribe if you are enjoying these kind of videos about our travels and day-to-day adventures. Drop us a comment below with anything further that you want to know or chat about. And yeah, I think that's everything. We'll catch you next time.